Hi. So today Archana Gupta of Achievers Institute, I'm going to talk about the difficulties in listening. I think the most of the students who are struggling and having problems is how to get along with the speaker in listening. But before that, I would like you to subscribe, like and share my video. Viewers, as being listening the first module of the IELTS exam, we consider it to be a very important exam. Now, I'm not saying that reading and writing is not an important exam or speaking is not an important exam, but I believe listening is very important because that's my first exam. And if somehow we lose on that, the effect is there on the reading section, the effect is there on the writing section, and the effect is there in the speaking section as well. Like now we know that whatever in listening we are going to do is we are going to listen to the speaker. And when we listen to the speaker, we need to correlate the statements with the questions what are given to us. Most of the time what happens and what the problem student faces that when they listen to the speaker, they don't understand the pronunciation, the first and foremost problem. The second thing is they are not able to correlate that what is asked and what the speaker is trying to say. That is again a very big problem. So now how to do that? How to cope up with the two things? First, if I say pronunciation, the basic problem is English pronunciation. Now we know that the accents are American, UK accents, Australian accents. So how do we get accustomed to the accents and the pronunciation? The first and foremost, start listening to the TED Talks, but see to it that it is audio. You're doing it audio, not video. You're not guessing. There's no guesswork here. So when you listen to the TED Talk, just write down the main aspects. What you listen is the nouns, all the verbs, which tense they are talking about, what objects they are talking about, which year they are talking about, which century they are talking about, all these actual informations. When you're listening, start writing. These are the key things which are really going to help you when you correlate your listening test with the speaker with 40 questions. Now, this is the first thing. If I talk about the second thing, that how do I cope up with the speaker, is if questions are there in my mind. For example, if I talk about section 1, there are 10 questions. You will be given some time to read the question 1 to 5 and there will be a pause. At that time, viewers, it is very important understand the question 1 to 5, the main aspects of it. Because if those 5 things are there in your mind, then when you are trying to listen to the speaker, you exactly know what type of information you are going to listen. And that's really going to help you out because you're not going to miss any answer. It's a very important tip if you really follow that. Every time you sit for the listening practice, read the questions first. Understand the question first. At least 5 questions should be in your mind at a stretch before giving the answers. 5 questions at a time because you're given time to read the questions. Most of the time, viewers, what happens, when they try to listen to the information of the speaker, they start reading the question and that's the time they lose their concentration. And that's the place where they lose even on the questions and the answers as well. Because you can focus on any one thing. When you are thorough with 5 questions in your mind, when you're listening to the speaker, you can exactly correlate when, where, what, why it is talking about. And you're not going to miss any of it. Most important, now if I know how to do this, when you do the practice, the most important thing, first, instead of listening to the speaker, try to understand the questions. First foremost, make a practice that yes, now I can keep 10 questions in my mind in my own language. Yes, one more important tip. If you are not a native speaker, if your language is not English, maybe if you're a Gujarati, maybe if you're a Marwari, if you are from UP or any place, I must say, The best is understand the question in your own language, because when you understand the question in your own language, it's here. And that goes a long way, because when it is here, then in that case, you're not missing on any question. You're not missing on any answer. And that's very important. So viewers, for further more tips, be in touch. Just like my video if you're enjoying it, subscribe it, share it, and wait for my further tips. And I'm sure enough on the basis of these tips, you will be able to clear the IELTS exam spontaneously.